Okay, Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. This is group 46, LAX2047, and this is Poetic Society, and this is the third video discussion. And in this video, group 2 will read their poem and we will discuss about it. So let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Nur Kistina binti Azizan. My matrix number is 207764. Emilia.
Hi, my name is Wan Emilia Natasha binti Wan Muhammad Kamal and my matric number is 207905. Nazmi?
My name is Nurshami Balumur. My metric number is 208149. Next, Aisha.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Sofia binti Ismail. My matrix number is 208036. What about you, Shahira Izazi?
My name is Shaira Izazi binti Azhari and my matric number is 208351. What about you, Emilia?
My name is Nur Emilia binti Wahab. My matric number is 208075.
Okay, so in group 2, which consists of me, Nazmi and Nur Emilia, and we will read our poem first. So let us start. Okay. You walk into my life, mark my body with bruises, no words or scream will stop you, till I'm numb with all the pain. Then you left me with all the broken pieces to be glued by myself and appeared as a strong woman to the world, like everything was fine when it was just a lie. This whole journey was dark. It makes me wonder if the light will ever come or it never exists.
I will be there for you to protect. I will be there for you to make you safe. This hand of mine is not to make you hurt, but instead to give you comfort. The scar and pain in your heart may not be healed easily, but I still hope that you happy.
Man, make her not a punching bag, rather by yourself a punching bag. No woman, no human is your punching bag. Listen, the silent voice of a woman crying. React, respond, respect, retrospect, and be responsible. They have had enough. They will not be silent. They will live. They will find freedom, and this will end today.
Okay, so I think each of you can maybe elaborate more on the meaning behind what you wrote on each stanza.
From stanza 1, it is about a woman who's in an abusive relationship. The man physically abused her. And from the line 2, mark my body with bruises, it is evident that he hit or beat her. And then after all the damage that he did, he just left the woman, let her treat herself by her own. And then she need to cover up all the bruises from people. She need to pretend to people that her relationship is happy and everything was fine. And at last she feel helpless, like no one's gonna help her. She just giving up and she feels like no one gonna free her from the man. Stanza 2.
Okay, for stanza 2, the meaning for line 1 and line 2 is as a man, we need to protect a woman with our strength. Okay, next for line 3 and 4, we as a man also need to protect women from any danger. As for line 4, 5, and 6, I want to tell that men need to stop hurting women and do violence against them. And now line 7, 8, 9, and 10, even though there are some women that may have experienced the violence, I wish that they can find a new strength and fight against their fear. Okay, for stanza
Okay.
3.
For the last stanza is the meaning for the line first and second is referred to how many times the man abused the woman, and the line 3 and 4 mean of the how we supposed to help them by the four line: react, respond, respect, retrospect, and be responsible. And that's what we need to do for the abused girl or woman. And the line for the the extra the four the fifth, six, seven, and the rest refer to they how many times that they want to be freedom but cannot. And the last one is that this will end today, and is referred to how we is referred by our help, so that they will find freedom with our help.
So for stanza two, Nazmi, you wrote it from your from a man perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a good idea for you to write from your own perspective, because for the other members are all girls, so we really need that perspective from you. Thank you for writing that poem very well.
Okay, you're welcome.
My opinion, this is very creative when you wrote the poem on behalf of the combination from three different sides, which are the woman, the man, and the society. And each one of that deliver different messages. For example, like stanza 1, it says about the pain of the woman feels throughout her life. And for stanza 2, maybe it's on behalf of the man who has changed, or a man who had never done something bad to women before. Maybe to convince everyone, especially women, that not all men are bad. And for the last stanza, I think it more focus on awareness about the topic, on how women should be treated, and they deserve to be happy and free. So I think, well done, group 2.
So for me, the first thing that I noticed when I read your poem is that your poem doesn't rhyme. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. But comparing group one's poem and also group two's poem, it shows that even though your poem doesn't rhyme, it still delivers as much message as group one's poem. You know, the message on violence against women are still successfully delivered.
For stanza 1, does the word like refers to happiness and freedom?
Oh, the light for me, it is like help from others.
Oh,
She's been searching for help. Anything
In
else?
stanza one, the part that I like the most in stanza one is line 6 and 7, which is with all the broken pieces to be glued by myself. It shows how the women facing this violence are actually feeling very helpless and very trapped in their own life, and they somehow feel like they feel helpless because they don't feel like there is anyone wanting to help them, because sometimes in these cases like rape issues or domestic violence, the more these women try to ask for help, the worse the situation can become. So I love how you put the how you represent the women's suffer.
And for in my opinion, for stanza 2, I think it's very good because you show that not all men are the same, because you say that you will be there for a woman to protect and all that. And I think it's very, what we call it, is very effective poem to tell women that they should not be excuse me, they should not be afraid of men, because not all men are bad. Some of them are have good intentions and can protect them very well. And for stanza 3, I think it's very impactful ending, especially on the react, respond, respect, retrospect line. And also the part, this will end today. I think the other women will love this poem also.
Yeah, and I think for stanza 2, the words used all are simple but straightforward. And for stanza 3 also, I think for the line react, respond, respect, and retrospect is very powerful to warn the men that they should treat women nicely.
So, as for me, overall, I love how you guys are delivering the message through this poem from different point of views, like how Emilia stated just now. And this proves that this issue does not only affect women. This means that even though it's a violence against women, but still this effect should be this topic should be affecting us all, not only women, like the society and the women. We should at least feel something about this topic, because it's supposed to affect us all. And I also like how stanza 2 and stanza 3 is very contradictory, because in stanza 2, at first I thought it was from the society's point of view, but now I know that Nazmi wrote it, so it's from a man's point of view. So I love how comforting the words are. Like just like how Sophia said just now, not all men are abusive, not all men are dangerous. So I love to see how there are still men like this in today's world. And comparing it to stanza 3 is more aggressive, or because it stresses more on the role of men. Like it's very strict and very aggressive on highlighting the role of a man. So anything else to add? Maybe group 2 can elaborate more on the words of choice.
I have
Choice of
something to
words.
say about I have something to say about stanza 1, written by Christina. I think it's very a good choice of word that you use here, because not everyone has gone through toxic relationship or abusive relationship. So I think others can actually relate with the poem that you wrote, because you portray it very well. Good job,
So
Christina.
Christina, Emilia, or Nazmi, may I ask where or how did you guys get the inspiration while writing this poem?
For me, I've been reading a lot of stories, like fictional stories. Then I just can relate from it. That's me.
For me, I watch a lot of news about global issue nowadays, so that I can relate with the poem.
For me, I have the inspiration from myself, because I ask myself what we want to do for the society, and to give awareness to the and also I refer to some poem examples to give some inspiration. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just curious because the idea was very good. And yeah, well done.
Do you want group 1 to rate it or no?
Oh,
Maybe I think group 2 has something to add about their poem.
I think the whole poem is just delivered different message to people. Like from stanza one is a point of view from the woman itself who's experienced it, and she delivered a different message from the man perspective, and also from stanza three, it has its own message. Anything else?
Emilia or Nazmi, maybe you can add any more.
From my stanza, I didn't use much of such as what we call it. It didn't hide any hidden message, so it direct a poem, a direct stanza, and because if we read the poem to the student, uh they will understand each of the words use the use of words. So I think I use the direct word so that they will understand more.
What
I want to add for my stanza. I want to represent that all of men are not actually bad. There are some good men out there. So my stanza is like a representative for all of men. So I want to relate that my stanza can show that how good men are. So that's it.
So in overall, I also think that most of the parts in this poem is delivers explicit meaning where it's direct, and the use of words are also very simple and effective. So they are very easy to understand, and it's very suitable to be read by anyone at any age. And I also like the last thing is I also like the remarkable ending that Emilia added to her part of the poem, because it kind of the line "this will end today." They will find freedom. This will end today. Shows that it gives hope. It gives a promising hope to these women who have been going through this violence, that someday they will find their freedom, and we are going to help them to find that freedom.
To be honest, I think if this poem are meant to be published on social media or anywhere, I think it will give an impact to the society, because everyone can relate with it since it's very straightforward and easy to understand.
So anything else? Does anyone else have anything else to add? No. So I feel like it's great, because even though all of us have never been through those kind of violence, but we still are able to represent this woman and write this poem. Maybe just like how you said just now, we got the inspirations from reading book or watching movies or listening to others' experiences, but somehow we still can represent them to like elaborate the suffer that they've been going through. So I think
Yeah,
that's all.
just because it don't happen to us doesn't mean it's happening. It's not happening to others. So
Yes.
yeah.
So I think that's all.
So, okay, that's all. I just want to read the poem, but it's okay.
Okay, you can read it.
So for me, I would give this poem 9/10.
I would give
Thank you.
8.5 over 10.
Oh, I was about to give 8.5 over 10 as well, but 9 over 10.
So good job, group 2.
Thank you.
Good job, well done. You delivered a very good message.
So I think that's all from us. Thank you.
So we'll continue discussing on the poem on the second topic next week. So I think that's all.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.